August is about to unleash hell on crypto. What if the quiet before the storm is actually the signal you've been waiting for? The one that could break records or crush dreams in the blink of an eye. We've been riding a wave of momentum that's impossible to ignore. Bitcoin just defended a key support level, and analysts are now targeting higher as global M2 money supply hits all-time highs. The total crypto market cap is standing strong, going up steadily, while the institutional dollars keep flowing in. They're going everywhere, but especially in Ethereum's direction, which is setting the stage for altcoin stability. Justin Sun just rang the Nasdaq bell to celebrate Tron's debut, and Telegram's crypto wallet was just rolled out to all 87 million US users. Things are heating up, and it's obvious that we're not in Kansas anymore. But underneath all of this buzz, August looms as a massive warning sign in crypto history. Everyone's glued to the daily charts, and we really feel the pain of every red day. But if you zoom out to the weekly view, different story emerges. 3 critical signals are flashing, and they're ready to redefine the market. Key indicators on Bitcoin are moving, hinting at a big shift. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why August has been a pivotal warning in crypto's past and what it means for 2025. I'll reveal those 3 signals, break down Bitcoin's charts, and share how this month might reshape the future of crypto in unexpected ways. This isn't hype, it's history repeating with a twist. Hit the like button and let's dive in. First, let's talk about the August lore head on. This month has a notorious reputation in crypto. Pull up that monthly Bitcoin performance chart and the pattern jumps out. August and September usually bleed red, with average returns dipping negative and medians showing losses. It's like the market exhales after the summertime, shaking out the weak hands before the big fall push. In bad years, like in 2018 or in 2022, August caused a lot of pain. It made losses last longer and tested people's determination. But this warning sign isn't always bearish. Dig into bull cycles, and August transforms. It becomes the accelerator, the month where consolidation snaps into velocity. We'll circle back to that revelation soon. For now, recognize the setup. Summer is slowed down with vacations and a sense of uncertainty. Then August comes. People get locked in and it all comes together. In 2025, we're seeing echoes. Regulations are clarifying, with Trump pushing the Genius Act and Clarity Act that are paving the way for stablecoins and asset definitions. His executive order also opens 401ks to crypto, opening the floodgates for billions of dollars. ETFs are eating up supply at record paces. Projects are shipping. Solana's AI agent projects are making waves. New meme coin platforms are dethroning the previous kings. Even underdogs like Casper are rallying before big chain updates. This warning doesn't mean to back off. It's a call to get prepared. And speaking of getting prepared, if you're planning to trade these upcoming twists, I just partnered up with Margex to give you a solid edge. This platform is fast, reliable, and built for traders who need flawless execution in these volatile markets. Use code FireHustle when you deposit right now for a 20% match and bonuses. It's a limited time offer to level up your setup. You can find the link down below, and traders are already jumping on it because August might change the game. It's about to transform steady progress into sudden, massive jumps. But what makes August the accelerator in bull runs? It's the perfect blend of timing and momentum. In boring and uneventful years, it's been a drag because the environment wasn't bullish. Volume is low, things just kept dipping, and fear creeps in. But in pivotal cycles, August sets the market on fire. Take 2017. After months of build-up, August delivered a green candle that shifted the narrative. Mining hash rates spiked, Bitcoin was in the paper, and exchanges like Binance launched, boosting liquidity. That acceleration took Bitcoin to new heights by the end of the year, with altcoins like Ethereum exploding along with it. ICO fever took hold, rewriting the market. Fast forward to 2021, August flipped green again. Institutions piled in, MicroStrategy doubled down, and DeFi TVL hit new records. NFTs boomed, Solana emerged. These weren't random. They were turning points where the accumulation phase ended and trends compounded. Now, 2025 mirrors those years, except now we have even more regulatory clarity. And because of that, institutional adoption is accelerating at breakneck speeds. Altcoin season is starting to ramp up, and if we listen to this warning and spot the shift, August becomes the launchpad. History shows green August and bull eras signal acceleration, which stands out completely from red averages. We've never seen a setup like this, with the regulatory breakthroughs and non-stop institutional bets. So this could be really it. The month where velocity kicks in, pushing us toward new highs. So to understand this fully, we have to look at the psychological aspect. Traders come back from their summer breaks refreshed and ready. The cycle starts to build momentum with conferences and announcements and news piling up. In bull markets, this creates a feedback loop, and all of the bullish news feeds the sentiment and more capital starts to flow in. In 2017, it was the first time we saw mainstream awareness. Media coverage exploded and retail investors went crazy. In 2021, the institutions finally dipped their toes in with funds throwing in billions. Today, we're sitting at a mix of both. Retail is back with brand new exchanges and apps, and social media is different with TikTok and short form content getting the word out. Institutions are also coming in completely differently with ETFs and treasuries, and governments have finally come around with bills passing and endorsements from leaders and even country level reserves. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's not just seasonal, it's structural, where all of this pent up energy is about to release. If 2025 aligns with 2017 and 2021, expect acceleration like we've never seen before. It all goes back to the flowchart. First, Bitcoin stabilizes and pushes, then things rotate to big alts like Ethereum, and finally, smaller alts catch fire. But the warning is double-sided because there's no guarantee. Ignore it and you miss the upside, or worse, get caught in a fake out like in January if bearish forces prevail and global politics get too crazy. But I will say this, all the signals are pointing to the upside right now. Now, those three signals I promise to reveal. The blue line is Bitcoin and the red line is the global M2 money supply. This tracks worldwide liquidity, which is the fuel for risk assets like crypto. Global liquidity has supercharged Bitcoin rallies across all the past cycles. You can see the tight correlation on this chart, and we're seeing M2 continue to push up, smashing through all-time highs and getting way higher than 2021's big altcoin surge. Mr. Jerome Powell hopefully starts to ease up and get some rate cuts confirmed in these next few months. More money means more flows into crypto and signal to Bitcoin dominance. The daily or weekly views show some ups and downs, but the monthly view tells us the real story. The July dominance is showing the biggest bleed we've seen since the last bull run, and it really mimics what we saw in 2017 and 2021 with an August that rotated capital to alts. Ethereum's ETFs are pulling in billions to push it up, and Solana was also up big in July. This bleed unlocks alt season's next phase. Third, the ETH to BTC ratio. The past month pushed us beyond key levels, just like past runs. Ethereum scalability upgrades drew DeFi back with TVL getting a big boost. These signals are all aligned for acceleration with the warning turning bullish. Let's expand on each. Global M2 isn't just a number. It's the aggregate of cash, deposits, and liquid money worldwide. When it grows, economies expand, borrowing gets cheap, and investors look for bigger yields. Crypto, as the ultimate risk asset, benefits to much more than any other asset when this happens. In 2017, M2 saw a big boost with macro quantitative easing, and that fueled the boom. 2021 saw the pandemic stimulus do the same, and now we're seeing real-time inflation settle down and banks starting to pivot. The Fed is cautious because we're still above target, but it's coming too soon. We're about to see the liquidity wave continue and get even bigger. For Bitcoin dominance, it's about the share of total market cap. High dominance means Bitcoin leads the way while it brings in the money. The drop signals rotation. Look at what happened in August in the bull run years. It dipped and alt outperformed. We're at that same exact point now. Ethereum's ratio tells a similar story. When ETH gains on BTC, it's the biggest signal for alt strength. This time around, we have upgrades like Denkin reducing fees and boosting activity. Together, these three metrics form a trifecta. You have to ignore the daily and weekly moves. Look at how the monthly numbers close. July was a big move in the right direction. If you're tracking these market shifts and want help navigating it all, I've built a private community for just this, and inside the FireHustle VIP Discord, we're breaking down these metrics in real time, diving deep into strategies, portfolio setups, and altcoin rotations. I'm in there every single day with my team, sharing everything we're doing to get ahead of these exact moments. The link is in the description if you're ready to level up and go deeper. Now, if we jump to Bitcoin, you also need to look at the indicators at a macro level. The monthly MACD crossed over way back in July 2023 when Bitcoin was in the 30K range. We had consistent upward movement ever since. When we look at things on a micro scale, we missed the bigger picture. The institution saw it and kept eating up all the dips along the way. And now look at the RSI. We've jumped over 70 a few times, but Bitcoin hasn't really overheated on a monthly basis since way back in 2021. Again, you're missing the bigger directional picture if you don't also look at things this way. This mirrors the 2017 and 2021 setups that followed all this with sustained rallies. If acceleration hits, higher levels are in play by fall, and the rising tide lifts all boats. Tie this to August's history. In bear years, we've seen a lot of pain. In a bull year like this one, it accelerates. 2025 feels bullish with M2 flying, dominance bleeding, and ETH to BTC going up. The monthly chart could be red in the short term, but then come in with a green close. So be mindful of that. The crypto market is primed, there's tightening supply and growing institutional confidence. Everything points to a big August. Alts like XRP, Hedera, and Kaspa are gearing up with big updates, and the AI, RWA, and DeFi narratives are ready to take off. August could be the month that flips the script. I would love to hear what you think about this August prophecy, so drop your comments down below. I read everyone. As always, I'm not a financial advisor, and this video is for educational purposes only. Crypto is high risk. Do your own research, understand the volatility, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. If this video brought you value, drop a like, subscribe for more deep dives, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. Stay smart, stay hustling, and I'll see you in the next one.